Hello, everyone. In this lesson, we will be learning about the first part of the die cutting indentation process, which includes the working principle and main components of die cutting. Before delving into the working principle of die cutting indentation, let's first understand the definition of die cutting and indentation. Die cutting refers to the process of shaping a billet, according to design requirements, using a die cutting knife or laser beam. On the other hand, indentation involves creating impression lines or rollers on a billet, as per design requirements, making it easier for post-press bending processes. The combination of die cutting and indentation processes gives us what we are here to learn today, the die cutting indentation process. This can also be referred to as the die pressing process. Now let's explore how molding works. First, we need to design a knife layout based on product pattern requirements. Then, using steel knives, steel wire, lining materials, and other molding plates according to this layout. After fixing these plates with lower plate and transferring paper between them. Finally, under extrusion from both plates, cardboard blank is rolled and formed while crease line is pressed out. The animation diagram illustrating this process is shown in above figure. Now, let's explore the main components and functions of the die cutting indentation unit. Everyone, please take a moment to examine the die cutting knife plate in my hand. It is comprised of steel knives, steel wire, rubber, and lining materials. The position of my finger represents the steel knife, which serves the primary function of rolling and cutting paper. The steel wire, also known as the indentation line, is responsible for squeezing the paper and creating surface deformation to form creases. Additionally, we have rubber material that facilitates easy separation of finished products or waste from the die cutting edge. Lastly, we have lining materials typically made of wood or other suitable materials to install and secure steel knives, steel wire, and rubber, in addition to the die cutting plate mentioned above. The main components of the embossing unit also include a platen, lower pressure plate, and indentation die. The platen, also known as the upper pressure plate, primarily functions to install and secure the embossing or die cutting plate. The indentation die, also called the indentation bottom die, must be fixed on the lower pressure plate. During embossing, it works in conjunction with the steel rule to deform the cardboard. The lower pressure plate mainly serves to fix the indentation die, support the cardboard, die cutting blades, and indentation blades. It also collaborates with the upper pressure plate to shape the paper through die cutting. That concludes this lesson. Thank you all for your participation.